Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have another episode of Chem Strike Saturday. Now, Chem Strike Saturday, if this is perhaps your first time ever watching the video series, is a weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in Chem Strikes, and I do my best to talk about them, break them down, show them off, and of course, at the end of the video, you'll find a link to the person that sent me in the Chem Strike, as well as a link to their channel in the video description, so you guys go ahead and check them out. That guy was in there teabagging, probably for a field order, but he knifed a guy that was teabagging. That was funny. This is a knife-only Chem Strike, which we've had a few of these on Chem Strike Saturday so far, and I love watching them. I love posting them. They're really good. They're really good to watch somebody go on a knife-only kill streak, get themselves the Chem Strike, because as you guys know, it's not exactly easy to get a Chem Strike. You know, you can try your best, and occasionally there's a randomness. There's a randomness to Call of Duty that can sometimes shut you down off of your kill streaks. You know, you could be doing everything right, and then the enemy team just kind of spawns behind you. That's not just particular to Call of Duty Ghosts. That happens in just about every Call of Duty. Heck, I've been playing a bit of Call of Duty 4 lately, as you guys may guess from the video I posted a few days ago. And even in that game, a game that came out in 2007, which was widely regarded by a lot of people that were around at the time, that, hey man, this is like the best Call of Duty ever, this is like the perfect game. Even in that game, man, people still, they spawn behind you. Even then, you have some BS deaths. And so, you know, for somebody to go on a Chem Strike streak is pretty impressive. For them to do it with a knife and a throwing knife is even more impressive. It's amazing. I cannot even begin to imagine how people go about doing this. For the most part, what we got going on here is he's staying within the strip club throughout the majority of the beginning here of the Chem Strike, and then he starts to move around a bit more after that, and ends up taking people out across the map, which is very nice. And man, people at Knife Only, right? This was sent in by a guy named Jay. Alright, and Jay is part of a group. They call themselves Team Rain. And they're all they have some knife only players. They got some like major pub stomper people on their team, and they're all pretty good players, but they're all just better than me. Anyone that makes a knife only gameplay, anyone that runs around knifing, anyone that can do really well with the knife is just a much better player than I ever will be. I've tried the knife only. I've tried. Alright, and it's really hard. I'm like kind of regarded on my channel, especially those of you guys that have been around since Black Ops 2, maybe a bit during Modern Warfare 3. I'm kind of regarded as a shotgun player. When people watch me play and they see how I play, even when I'm not using a shotgun, I still kind of use my weapon as if it were a shotgun. I love getting up in people's faces. I love, you know, being in the enemy spawn all the time. It's how I play. You know, I'm kind of a shotgun player even if I'm not using a shotgun, even though during Black Ops 2, I'm going to say probably 70% of my gameplays were with a shotgun. Yeah, I just loved using a shotgun in that game. And in Call of Duty Ghost, man, I can't use it. I can't use a shotgun. It's not that the shotguns are weak. You know, the shotguns themselves, I think if you were to take the Bulldog or the TAC-12 or even the FP6, right, and you were to take these guns and put them into Black Ops 2, put them into Modern Warfare 3, put them into any Call of Duty game, I think you would think they're a pretty good shotgun, right? They're not, the shotguns are not weak. It's just that in Call of Duty Ghost, the maps are like so big, and how you die so quickly in this game, it's like I can't even use a shotgun in this. So I can't even imagine, you know, the idea of knifing only. Knifing only is something I haven't even tried in Call of Duty Ghost. I'm kind of afraid to try because I think I'm just going to end up hating life. Because, you know, trying to make it from one end of the map's kind of difficult if you have an assault rifle. Doing it with a knife where, you know, the length of your range is depending on how accurate you are with a throwing knife. That could be pretty difficult. So kudos to anybody, any one of you out there. And I know there's probably a bunch of you because it's kind of become a whole thing over the past couple years. If you're a knife-only player, hats off to you. You're a better man than I will ever be. Because, or woman, but I'm just not good with it. I'm just not good at the entire idea of a knife-only play style. I just can't do it. So right about here is where our turning point in the Chem Strike happens, where he makes his way across the map. His teammates, he's playing with a group of friends. I think he's got a party of 3, maybe 4. I can't really tell. The screen's not big enough for me to be able to count the darker shade of blue on the mini-map. But he's playing with a few of his friends, and his friends know. He's telling his friends, hey guys, I am on this knife-only Chem Strike streak. Can you guys help me out here? And my friends and I do the same thing. I do the same thing when I play with subscribers. It's, alright, so if someone's on a Chem Strike streak, everyone just kind of back off the objectives a little bit, you know, back off them. We play kill confirm, and it's like, hey, stop confirming tags for a little bit, I'm on a good kill streak. And that's one of the beauties, one of the good things, definitely, of playing with parties, playing with friends. That's definitely a good thing that you can have them help you out with that, because you're playing with random people, and I've been noticing this guy. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty 4 lately, and that I'm playing that game solo. I mean, I think I played like once or twice with a couple friends, but for the most part, I've been playing it solo. And it's annoying because like you'll have a good spawn trap set up, right? You'll have a good spawn trap set up. You have the enemy team just where you want them, and you're sitting there just racking up the kills, taking everybody out. And then there's that random person on your team. They're like, "Oh boy, let's go get the flag," and then they go get the flag and flip the spawns. It's like, no, we were doing a thing here, and so it's very nice when you have teammates that can actually help you out with that. And so his teammates are helping him. They're throwing down ballistic vests for him. They're trying to make it so the enemy team actually captures the flag. I usually notice their C and B are just contested right now. No one's even trying to take them, so that's definitely a good thing. Right there, he was waiting for the chem strike. That would have been his chem strike kill right there, but he couldn't do it because his team ended up getting the kill. And here he is, just trying to wait. The Oracle lets him know he's right there, and he comes up and knifes him for the chem strike. Pretty fantastic overall stuff, man. Pretty fantastic overall chem strike. I love watching Knife Only KEM Strikes. I'm sure you guys will agree. And I hope you guys enjoy what he's doing right now, because this is what he does for the rest of the gameplay. He just kind of stands here looking at the sand. So, oh man, it was still a rather good chem strike. I mean, chem strikes are always interesting to watch. They're always something. It's definitely a highlight moment. And to get one with only a knife is pretty ridiculous. And this is where the gameplay is going to be ending off. We have no idea what the final score possibly was. It is 42-9 was the last score we actually saw from the video he sent me. But that's okay. At first I was kind of a stickler for the final score. I always wanted to see the final score, but if the person actually shows, the chem strike coming in and things like that, it's not the worst thing in the world that we don't get to see a final score in Chem Strike Saturday, but it's definitely better if we could. But either way, Mr. J, Knife Only KEM Strikes, man. Better man than I'll ever be. Pretty good chem strikes. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of Chem Strike Saturday. And if you did, please sure leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And as you guys will notice, I have sincerely upped my game when it comes to the end of these videos. So no longer is it a black screen with white text on it, just basically saying random things. Now we have a blue screen, which is kind of like the template for my thumbnails. And we have the Chem Strike logo. And then we've got the requirements for Chem Strike Saturday if you guys want to submit your own videos. So basically how you submit your videos to Chem Strike Saturday, you just follow all these rules. No commentary, no color correction. I changed the disable resample thing because if you're a YouTuber, you know what you're doing, you know to disable the resample. I think the biggest thing is to try and render your video out at a really good quality when you send it to me, because when you send a video over, it loses a bit of its quality because I have to download the video. So if you render it at a super high quality, it won't look as bad. As you guys may notice when you see Chem Strike Saturday, if you compare, the quality of my videos as compared to the quality of the videos that you see on Chem Strike Saturday, there's kind of a difference there. And that's because I believe people aren't rendering their videos out at the best possible quality they can be doing. So I hope people go ahead and do that. Upload to YouTube as enlisted after you're done rendering in that awesome quality. Link me via personal message here on YouTube, and profit. And that is how Chem Strike Saturday is ran. That's how it works. So if you guys like to go ahead and check out Jay, you can find him over at youtube.com/YouTubeJFSU, which is YTJFSU. There's a link in the description to that. If you head on over to his channel, you're going to find some pretty nice Chem Strike gameplays on his channel. This is actually his first time ever on Chem Strike Saturday, so that's a good thing. It's always nice to see some new faces, as well as returning faces here on Chem Strike Saturday. He's only been posting for about 3 weeks, but he has about 13 videos up on his channel over the course of those 3 weeks, so he's a pretty consistent poster, and he's got some pretty fast, entertaining gameplay. He also asked me to link his clan, so you guys can find them over there at youtube.com/TeamRainOfficial. They're a new clan. They're a pub stomping clan. What they like to do is get some crazy high-scoring, high-caliber gameplay. I checked out their channel. The default video that plays is ridiculous. It's like a 70-something kill streak in Black Ops 2. It's a gun streak, and it was pretty amazing. So he asked me to link them up, and the team that you see right here is the same team that was trying to help him out in this video to get this Knife Only KEM Strike. So if you guys want to check out either of them, you guys can find links to both of them in the video description. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of Chem Strike Saturday, and if you did, please leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.